builders dominating the affiliate industry.
Hi, Bishop Stewart here, and I want to take a quick moment to talk to you about an absolutely powerful and revolutionary opportunity that is taking place right now in the home-based business industry. We're talking about an opportunity that is causing a shift in the industry with lots of momentum and a shift and change in hundreds of thousands of lives, literally worldwide. Now, I am not an affiliate, I am not a corporate member of the company that we're going to talk about. I'm just an affiliate, but someone who is absolutely excited. I'm an internet entrepreneur, and when I saw this opportunity, I knew instantly that we were on to something absolutely special and unique here with this organization. Now, the name of the organization is World Global Network. This is a global opportunity, something that you can plug into that is an absolute category creator. There's nothing like this in any other company in the home-based business industry, and your life can absolutely be changed for the better by plugging into this incredible opportunity. Now, we're going to talk about 5 different components that I believe, and I teach entrepreneurs, you should look at when considering joining a home-based business opportunity. So before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about our flagship product and why myself and hundreds of thousands of people are excited right now with what's happening with this company. Our flagship product is called the Space Lumina. It is the world's first mini wearable computer. Okay, the first mini wearable computer ever. And when you see this video that I saw that got me so excited to join this organization, it will blow your mind. It's only about 2 or 3 minutes or so long, but literally I watched a minute of it, called the person back that showed it to me, and I said, I'm in. I was 100% sold on what you're about to see. So enjoy this quick video of the Space Lumina glasses in action. You're going to be able to see some of its functionalities and features, and then we'll come back with the rest of the presentation. Okay? Enjoy the video. So now you can see why myself and literally hundreds of thousands of people around the world are blown away. Every time I show someone that video, the first thing they say is, "Are you kidding me? This is mind-blowing. Is this tangible? Is this real?" Absolutely, my friends. In fact, I sold multiple of these already international. So I was sold on the product, right? It's mind-blowing. It's a category creator. We're the only company in the entire world that has this product. So if anyone wants it, they have to come through one of us affiliates with the company. So I was sold on that, right? When the first thing I teach people when you think about a home-based business opportunity is the product, right? Is the product a unique product, a category creator product? Can the product position the company uniquely and strategically in the marketplace for massive growth globally? And we have that here with this Space Lumina and World Global Network. The second component you want to think about is the company behind the product and service. Is the company a startup company, a fly-by-night company? You know, what is their positioning from a corporate standpoint to manage the growth of the organization for long term? So let's talk about that. The name of our company is World Global Network. And with this organization, we basically want to create change in the way that you go about your daily lives and communicate with one another. And we do this through media and technology. Now, we launched the affiliate side of our program over 3.5 years ago. And in that short time, we have created and developed a multi-million-dollar organization. In fact, just last year alone, we did upwards of $200 million in revenue. $200 million in revenue. Now, I've spoken to people that have called me excited about their companies, and they're like, "Oh, we did 70 million last year, or 60 million, 80 million. And they've been in business 7, 8, 9 years. Here, our third year, $200 million in revenue. Absolutely phenomenal. And that's thanks to the over 350 to 400,000 affiliates that we now currently have worldwide that are out there sharing all these amazing products and services with the masses in the marketplace. And we're actually operating now in over 100 countries around the world that we are active in right now currently. Now, one of the exciting things is that we are a solid holding company. What this means is that we are publicly traded. Okay, so we're traded on the London Stock Exchange, and then also here in North America, in the U.S., we're being traded over the counter, and that's our stock symbol that you see right there, WRMT, which stands for World Media and Technology Corp. Now, here's what's fascinating about this. The majority of companies in the home-based business industry are not publicly traded, right? So what does this mean? This adds on an extra layer of security for you and I as affiliates building this out in the field, because you could be with a company and not know if they have $20,000 in the bank or $20 million in the bank, or if they have all these proprietary technologies, etc. Here, because we are publicly traded, all of this is public information, and it's accurate information that's being put out there. Now, I mentioned earlier that we are in over 100 countries around the world, but here's what's unique about us. Because of our unique positioning and strength and stability in the marketplace, we actually have physical headquarters around the world. Most companies, when they say they're in multiple countries, they just mean they have affiliates in those regions. But here, we actually have large headquarters in Ireland, Russia, China, the UK, Singapore. And in North America, we have offices in New York. And our main headquarters here in North America is in Miami, downtown Miami. And in fact, we had an event there about a month and a half, couple months ago, and a lot of our team members were there, and they were able to put on the Space Lumina glasses and actually get to see the functionality and cool features of it and actually utilize that product. So this is something that's very, very exciting. Now, we had an event in Dubai last December, in 2014, December, where we unveiled the space computer to the marketplace, and everyone was there able to use that. But not only did we have an event there, but now we're actually opening up headquarters in Dubai and in India as well. Now, for me, personally, this is very important, and it should be for you as well. When I look at a home-based business opportunity, one of the first things I want to know is, what is the reach of that organization? Is it global? Can I build my business in 1 country, 2 countries? I want to know, because I want to go to work hard and build my business to where it's eventually generating revenue for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from all over the world. And I'm able to go to sleep and wake up worth more money than when I went to bed. Would that make a difference in your life if you were able to go to sleep now wherever you live, and on the other side of the world you have team members that are building the business and you wake up worth more than when you went to bed? How exciting would that be? We have that capability here with World Global Network. Now, the reputation is so important, right? When you partner with an individual or an organization, your reputations become synonymous. They become intertwined with one another. And my father always taught me that your name means more than money, right? So he said, guard your name, protect your name, and make sure that it follows integrity, especially with a name like Bishop, right? And so let's look at the reputation of World Global Network. Well, number one, we've been written up in some of the most prestigious publications from all over the world, publications that are the experts in the financial industry. So let's look at this. We've been written up in World Finance. Right? And World Finance says World Global Network becomes a top innovator in the technology market because of how unique we are, our unique positioning, and what we have is bigger than the home-based business industry. Forbes magazine. Have you heard of Forbes magazine? Of course, everyone's heard of Forbes magazine. Well, Forbes magazine goes on to talk about our unique Power Clouds technology that's available just internationally now. They're going to be bringing it to North America at some point here, hopefully. But with the Power Clouds business model we have, people can actually purchase solar panel units and lease them back to the company and get a contract where you're getting paid every single month on this 20-year contract. Imagine that, getting paid every single month for 20 years on these solar panels that you lease back to the organization. So Forbes magazine was absolutely blown away and did an article about that. And then we also have the Wall Street Journal that talks about our chief executive, Mr. Fabio Galdi. And Business for Home says something that I absolutely love. They say World Global gives back in Zambia. Our founders, Mr. Fabio Galdi and his partners, believe that once you become successful, it's your duty and honor to give back to those less fortunate. Now, this is really close to my heart because I believe we're blessed to be a blessing to other people, right? And so here, what we've done is we've partnered with World for People Foundation, and with this foundation, we identify and support the most technologically advanced solutions in the world's poorest regions. So once we identify these regions, we do everything from sustainability, fresh drinking water, clothing, education, and we even bring in our Power Clouds technology to ensure they have sufficient energy solutions in those areas. This is very exciting to me because a lot of companies in the home-based business industry, they have slogans like, oh, you know, we're changing lives, etc. But they usually mean just the lives of their corporate staff and their affiliates. Here, we're changing lives of people that have nothing to do with our business model. And so that's something we can all feel very good about moving forward as affiliates with this amazing organization. But this is something I tell entrepreneurs all the time, and this is the third component of what you should look for when joining a home-based business opportunity. One, the product. Two, the company behind the product and service. Number three, the leader behind that company or organization, right? Because you can have the best product in the world, you can have offices all around the world, but if the leader is not someone who has the business savvy to manage the global growth of the organization, or they're not true visionaries, that business is doomed to fail. That's why you see certain companies that excelled, like Apple, because they had, Apple had Steve Jobs, and Facebook has Zuckerberg, and Microsoft has Bill Gates, etc. They're the leaders behind that amazing growth. Here, we have Mr. Fabio Galdi. He's our Chief Executive Officer and founder of World Global Network, and he was born in 1972 in Italy, and in 1994, he founded the second largest internet service provider in Italy and the fifth largest in Europe. He was only 22 years old at this time. So ask yourself, how many people that you know in their 20s are doing anything near this magnitude, right? Very, very few. So this shows he's a naturally born visionary and leader. And then he goes on in 1997, he started Mecatech International in Singapore. And then in 2002, he did something that affected every single one of us, myself and you included. We all use touchscreen technology, right? It's on our cell phones, our laptops, our tablets. Well, we have Mr. Fabio Galdi to thank for a lot of that because in 2002, he introduced one of the first ever touchscreen LCD PCs in the marketplace. How massive of an achievement is that, right? Absolutely amazing. And so he also, in 2005, developed one of the first successful VoIP platforms. So when I saw all of this, what it spoke to me was, not only is our leader a true visionary, but here's the main ingredient. He also has the business savvy to manage the global growth of the organization and bring these things to the marketplace and generate revenue for a company. A lot of people have great ideas, but they have no clue or business savvy how to bring it to the marketplace. Here we have both components in Mr. Fabio Galdi. And I had mentioned earlier that we launched the affiliate side of our company 3.5 years ago, and every single year since then, Mr. Fabio Galdi has been voted one of the top emerging CEOs in the industry. So they say success leaves clues, and that points out to we are onto something absolutely special here with World Global Network. So what do? Well, we develop innovative ideas in the media, mobile, and wearable technology industry. Now, each one of these industries by themselves is a massive, massive industry, right? So what we've done is taken certain components of these industries, put them together under one roof, and created one of the most dynamic and revolutionary opportunities and prosperous opportunities in the home-based business industry, where you and I, as regular individuals, can tap into these massive, massive growing industries. Okay, so I mentioned all of this growth that's happened in the last 3.5 years for our organization. But here's what's exciting about this. This was done prior to the Space Lumina glasses, because those just went on sale internationally April 28th of 2015, this year, right? Just about a month and so ago. Now, also, this was done prior to North America launching. So US, Canada, and Mexico just launched here in 2015. So we have other amazing products and services, just like the Power Clouds units I talked about earlier, that have caused all this tremendous growth and revenue for our company. This is what we call our space system. Now, inside our space system, we have amazing platforms. We have the Space Cloud, the Space Wireless, Space Postcard, Space Meet, Space Media, and all these amazing platforms. And I'm going to go through these very, very quickly for you. So the first one I want to talk about is the Space VoIP. Now, if you don't know what VoIP means, it stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. Okay? Now, you might have used some VoIP platforms out there before, but I'm going to show you the difference here. With our Space VoIP, this allows you to make VoIP and calls, and you can even chat from your Mac, your PC, your tablet, your smartphone, or your space computer. So what does this mean? So this means you can actually be wearing the Space Lumina glasses that I showed you the video on and make calls. How cool is that? You won't even have to really use your cell phone anymore. So you can literally make calls to unlimited countries, unlimited calls to over 100 countries around the world, both landlines and mobile, thanks to your voice service plan Unlimited. Now, here's what's cool. I've actually already used this to call multiple countries around the world. It works crystal clear. You could also do video calls. And sometimes people will bring up other platforms like Viber. Nothing wrong with Viber, great platform. But with Viber, the difference is, with Viber, you have to call someone else who has Viber, and you cannot call landlines. Here, you can clearly see you can call landlines, and the other party doesn't necessarily have to have Viber. Imagine that, being able to call over 100 countries like this and do video calls. It's absolutely amazing. Then we have our Space Meet. Now, being an internet entrepreneur and owning multiple companies online, I've used just about every webinar platform there is out there. And in fact, the current platform that I was using prior to finding this Space Meet, I was paying $400 a month for it. And it didn't do half of what this Space Meet does. Okay, number one, this is web and mobile friendly, and it's cloud-based. Okay, so this is a unique cloud-based platform for online meetings, webinars, video conferences, regardless of your operating system, the time zone, or location. And there's no download required. So people that are attending your event, they don't have to download software like the other platforms or anything like that, right? They don't even have to register. So here, you can share your documents. You can streamline videos. And here's the kicker. You can share your desktop, and you can have up to 1,500 guests per webinar. 1,500 guests attending. Now, I was paying $400 a month and couldn't do that, right? $400 a month, and I only could have 1,000 members on there. One of the biggest platforms on the planet we're talking about here. And you can also have up to 32 video guests where you can share files, use the whiteboard and postcard, which we're going to talk about here in just a moment. Very, very powerful platform, and I've brought a lot of people onto the business just because of that alone. Then we also have the Space Cloud. Everyone knows what the cloud is. You know, a lot of people use Dropbox and different platforms like that now. Well, here, with our cloud service, it's a virtual collaboration or project management tool, if you will, where you can share videos, pictures, files, and documents without ever exiting the application, and there's no email attachment required like with those other platforms. But here's what's exciting. With our Space Cloud, our storage, you're going to actually be able to get up to 1 terabyte of storage. 1 terabyte. That would take you years to fill up, right? Now with Dropbox and other platforms like that, it's quite expensive. to get some of these other platforms up to 1 terabyte, but you can get that with our platform here. There's a task manager, an online document editor. You can edit documents together with people in real time. But here's what's exciting. You're going to be able to have this on your computer and your cell phone. So now you don't have to worry about these breaking down or getting lost or stolen or anything. So if something happens to my computer today, guess what? Everything is stored in the cloud. I don't have to worry about that. If I get another computer, everything is there. Also, if I lost my phone today or it got destroyed, I could go to someone else's cell phone and go to my cloud and download all my pictures, videos, and files, etc. into that phone and dump them down into my computer. How cool is that? So I never have to worry about losing anything. Then we also have our space postcard, which is like video emailing. Now, we all get tons of emails, right? And they're all the same. It's just a bunch of words here on there. But here, with the space postcard, it's going to allow you to personalize your emails. And you can record videos in there. You can either upload a video or use a video that you're recording from your cell phone or your webcam, etc., and put in there. And you can forward them in a few simple steps. And we have hundreds of templates that you can choose from. Now, here's the thing. This is very user-friendly. But if you're using this for personal or business, you're going to get attention. So imagine you're sending these out to your friends or your family, and just like every one of us, I get tons of emails, so I know you do. I get thousands of emails, but they all look the same. So imagine opening up an email, and you see all the words there, but now there's a video attached inside the email. We're not talking about an attachment like you do a picture. People see your video inside the email, and they click play. Do you think you're going to get people's attention? Absolutely. They're going to call you back and say, wait a minute, how in the world did you do that? That was amazing. Also, from a business standpoint, videos convert way more than just text. Videos, in fact, convert at a rate of 500% more than regular text. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you start using video emails, you are going to convert more people and get more attention. And I guarantee you, after you start doing it, you're going to always want to send out video emails. Absolutely cool. So everything with us is very futuristic and cutting edge. So we also have our online office. This makes you always available to all of your contacts from anywhere. They can instantly send you information in emails, join you in meetings. They can review your events calendar and know what you have going on day by day and join you in those amazing events. Also, this makes it so where you don't have to log off of one platform to log on to another one of our platforms. Everything is there for you in our Space Online office. Now, we also have something very amazing, which is our smartphone. Now, everything that we make and develop, from our smartphone to our Lumina glasses, etc., our space system, everything is done in-house. We don't outsource anything. Everything is designed and developed by our own engineers. So we're going to talk more about our smartphone in just a moment, but the colors that you see there in the background, what that means is when you get your phone, it comes in a very, very cool and stylistic looking package, very, very high-end package. But the colors there are these different colors for your phone that you get with your package. So you can literally change the color of your phone every single day if you wanted to. You could match it with your clothes, you can match it with your mood, whatever you want to do. So when people see the packaging that comes with our WP4U phones, they're blown away. Okay, so that's our cell phone. It's called the WP4U phone, but we're going to talk more about that in just a moment. But we also have different services. We have our space wireless national coverage, where you're going to get up to actually 5 gigabytes high speed. It's going to be unlimited text and voice and on one of the fastest networks available in your location. In addition to that, we also have international wireless service, where you can call internationally up to 100 plus countries. And guess what? You can do unlimited text and voice. You can call landlines, and there's no roaming cost. Now, I don't know about you, but me and my wife do a lot of calling international, and we travel a lot international. And I've been in one country before and her in another, and we were calling each other, not realizing that roaming kicked in, and we had bills in the thousands of dollars. So if you've ever felt my pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you don't have to worry about that here with our particular packages. So what I want to do now, because I know you guys are saying, wait a minute, I know you didn't just start that video about the Space Lumina glasses and not go into more detail. So let's go ahead and talk about our flagship product, which is called the Space Lumina. Okay, now the Space Lumina, I want you to understand this is the first mini wearable computer ever. Google had Google Glass, but that only had a certain amount of features, etc. Amazing product, but only had a certain amount of features. It was not a full-blown computer like what we have here with the Space Lumina. Okay, so let's break down some of the functionality. Number one, when you put on your Space Lumina glasses, they have something called the Infinity View. Okay? Now, with the Infinity View, what this means is that your display screen is in front of you in mid-space, right? In fact, I thought of the movie Minority Report when I first saw that video. You know, Tom Cruise reaches out and he's moving things around in mid-space, etc. Well, you have that. So your display screen is going to be anywhere from 51 inches all the way up to 420 inches. So it's going to adjust dependent on your environment. So if I'm in my home office, it might be 51 inches, but then I go outside, it can expand up to 420 inches, which is the size of a 3-story building. Imagine the power of that. It's like taking around your big screen TV with you everywhere that you go. And then you come back inside and it compacts again. So we have that. You can look at this through high definition. Also, you get 3D viewing, which is great for all you gamers out there. And I know there's millions and millions of you gamers out there that are going to love this. So you have 3D viewing for gaming and live experience. And you're going to get augmented reality and virtual reality. Now, if you've never experienced augmented reality or virtual reality, believe me, it will blow you away when you experience this amazing feature and these amazing technologies that are coming out. In fact, I saw a report here recently on TV that how massive of a movement augmented reality and virtual reality is now happening in the marketplace. Okay, it's a massive, massive shift in the marketplace with this new technology. So we have that. Also, they're very light. They're only about 100 grams, okay? Only about 100 grams. So they used to be 65 grams, but now we've actually built the CPU unit inside the glasses. So they're about 100 grams, very light. You can wear them very comfortably. But here in the U.S., one of the big things that a lot of people ask me in North America is, okay, Bishop, these are amazing, but am I still going to look cool? I don't know why, but in America, in North America, everyone wants to make sure they still look good. But absolutely, as you can see, they're very fashionable. So you're still going to look absolutely amazing. You're going to look cool with these glasses on. And for those of you who wear prescriptions, you actually wear glasses, you can get these in your prescription. Absolutely amazing. The company and the owners have thought of everything. Now, if you're driving, I'm sure you're wondering, am I going to be able to drive safely with these or walk safely? Absolutely. In fact, we have built-in see-through technology for on-the-road use. So you're going to be able to drive safely, and they have a built-in GPS where it's going to give you turn-by-turn directions. How amazing is that? I was just in Hong Kong here recently, and all the signs, of course, were in a different language. If I would have had my Space Lumina glasses on, I could have had them automatically translate everything I was looking at into my native language. How amazing. Also, if you're like me, you like to be hands-free. So you can operate this computer through gesture control, touch, and voice. And we have a built-in virtual assistant, if you will, named Alice, that you can talk to. So you're talking to your computer and giving it commands, and it's doing it. You can say, Alice, bring up my internet. Alice, do this, do that, and the computer's going to do that for you. Now, here's one of the amazing features that's not on this slide here, and that is you can use this computer with a physical keyboard, a little physical keyboard that you can get, or you can use the virtual keyboard. So imagine this. Imagine you walk into Starbucks and you're wearing the glasses. Remember, this is a full-blown computer. So you don't have to carry around a heavy laptop anymore or anything like that. It's all in your glasses, right? So you walk into Starbucks, you sit down at the blank table, and you just start typing away. You're doing your emails or your work for your job, etc. And no one else can see what you can see. They just see you going like this on a blank table. So, of course, they're going to be like, what is this guy doing or girl doing? And they're going to think you're crazy. And they're going to come over and ask you, what in the world are you doing? Here's what I want you to ask yourself. I've asked this question to hundreds of people, and the answer is always the same. When you show it to them, do you think they're going to be blown away? Do you think they're going to want it? Absolutely. This is a category creator, a wow product that causes instant gratification. And if there's anything I can tell you about business that's a fact, is that people spend money on what they want more than what they need. That's why everyone's walking around with $700, $800 cell phones right now, smartphones, not because they need them, but because they want them. It's become such a part of our everyday life. That's what technology does. So what excited me about this was, I told the person that showed it to me, I said, think about the iPhone. Every time the new iPhone comes out, lines are literally around the block of some of these stores to get the first iPhone. That's how attached people have become to this. Imagine what's going to happen when people see this. This wearable technology is growing at a rate 5 times faster than that of the smartphone. So again, this is a category creator. We are the only company in the entire world that has this product. When you can position with a company that is a category creator, my friend, that is when tremendous wealth is created. And we have that here, okay? So timing and positioning is everything. Okay, so now we're at the part which is the fourth component of what I believe you should look for when joining a home-based business opportunity or looking and evaluating a business opportunity, and that is the comp plan. So I'm sure a lot of you right now are saying, okay, Bishop, this is amazing. The product is amazing. The company is solid and a major organization. The leader already has proven his business savvy and done amazing things in the marketplace already. But how do I build this like a business? How do I generate revenue? How do I utilize this and leverage this opportunity to change my financial situation, to fight for my family's future and change my life for the better? So let's go ahead and talk about this. Now, our comp plan is called the Infinity Comp Plan, Infinity Pay Plan. I've been on the advisory board of 3 different companies now. I've helped a lot of businesses put together their comp plans and their strategies for the field. And I got to tell you, this is one of the most powerful comp plans I've ever seen. This is a true Infinity Pay Plan. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of companies, what they do in their pay plan is when someone that you've personally sponsored reaches a rank, your same rank or higher, they stop your commissions from that person down until you move up in rank, and then you get the difference. Here, it doesn't matter what rank someone becomes. You still get paid all of your commissions till infinity. Not only that, but also every year there's a list that's sent out of all the top income earners around the world. Doesn't matter what company they're with. Right now, we currently have 8 individuals that are on that list, all from our one organization. Powerful. But what's even more impressive than that is that the majority of people on that list of ours have been with our company for less than 3 years. Right? Now, everyone else on that list, the majority of them have been with their companies 7, 8, 9, 10 years plus. So success leaves clues for people to generate the type of income they are, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in such a short time is absolutely special and unique in the home-based business opportunity. Now, here with World Global Network and this industry as a whole, I want you to understand it doesn't matter what I think about it, you think about it, our parents, our spouses, our colleagues. Documentation beats conversation. The home-based business industry has created more millionaires than just about any other industry in the world. It's a fact. It's not my opinion. It's a fact, right? So what does this tell us? Number one, this is one of the reasons why the most brilliant financial minds of our time have all recommended and endorsed the home-based business industry, from Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, Donald Trump. Because this industry creates a tremendous amount of leverage, which is a very big aspect of wealth creation, creating something of value to serve other people, and number 2 is leverage. So here, especially with World Global Network, if you invested a few years in your business, really went to work, you could literally leave an inheritance for your children's children. You have that opportunity here with World Global Network. Now, we have, and also it doesn't matter, I forgot to say, it doesn't matter that you're not an expert. You don't have to be an expert in the home-based business industry. We're going to show you and teach you exactly how to build this business the correct way. And it doesn't matter if you know and understand technology. You don't have to be an expert about it. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about recognizing the opportunity. We have over 10 ways that we get paid with our Infinity Pay Plan. Now, before I go into this, I want you to understand there's no guarantees. Okay, just a quick disclaimer here. There's no guarantees. You're going to get out of this exactly what you put into it, okay? But the opportunity here is massive. And those that take advantage of it and get to work are creating the ultimate dream life that they've always desired, okay? So we're all adults here. This is your business. Now, the first way we get paid is our fast retail. With our fast retail, every time you sell a product, service, or package, okay, you're going to instantly get a commission for that. It shows up in your back office instantly, and you can cash that out to your bank account. Now, we get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. This is one of our daily ways you get paid. You can literally earn this every single day if you wanted to. That's our fast retail. Then we have our team volume commission. And as you can see with our team volume commission, we have something called a binary. Some of you might have seen a binary before where bi means two. So you're building and overseeing two sales teams. You're building a left sales team and a right sales team, okay, that you're overriding. Now, the powerful thing about this is every single time someone sells a product, package, or service in your organization, not just you, but in your organization, it adds a volume to your team. Okay, and we get paid on this volume every single week. This is one of our weekly ways. Every time the volume of your left and right team match, you will earn 20% of this volume. Now, what's powerful about this is a lot of companies in their binaries, they pay you like 5%, 10%, 15% on the weaker leg. Here, you're getting paid on both legs, 10% on the left, 10% on the right of the matching volume. Okay, so a total of 20%. Here's the other exciting factor. Most companies would flush the excess volume. Here, we don't. It carries over to the next week. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have 3,600 in volume on your right, 3,000 in volume on your left. The match is 3,000, and you would earn 20% on that, which is $600. The other 600 on your right-hand side would carry over to the next week. So you always have that volume. How powerful is that, okay? Now, we have something called the Master Pack, which I'm going to show you here in just a moment, which carries 200 in volume. So let's say in this scenario here, Brad bought the Master Pack and Millie bought the Master Pack. Well, that adds 200 in volume on your left, 200 in volume on your right. You would get 20% of that, which is $40. Okay, we call that a cycle. Okay, every time the left and the right team match. Okay, now the cap on this is $50,000 per week, per business center. Here's what's powerful about it and unique about our binary. A lot of companies out there, or people when they join a binary company, what a lot of leaders do is they buy 3 positions. Why? Because they want to maximize the comp plan and get paid the most money. Here, if you buy and purchase the Master Pack, again, I'm going to show you what that is here in just a moment, we actually give you 3 positions. So you're going to get 2 positions for free. Okay, so the cap on this is actually now up to $150,000 per week in just this one way of getting paid. Now, if you can't live off of $50,000 a week, something is really, really wrong, and we got to talk about your budget and go over your budget, okay? But also, you'll see here, the binary forces all of us to work together. So we're all placing people in each other's organizations because we can only build 2 teams. That's the urgency here to get positioned, is because you never know who can come into your organization from someone above you and just from all around the world that you can generate volume from now until infinity. Okay, very, very powerful. Then the third way we get paid is our money box. Genius, you guys. Every week you accumulate an extra 1% of your team volume commission. The money box can be cashed out after 12 months if you've been active for the, consecutively for 12 months, you paid your auto ship, etc. Or you've had one active customer for 12 months consecutively, okay? Now, this is powerful because every week that you see your volume growing and your team is making sales of products and services, guess what? The company's going to put aside an extra 1% from their pocket into a separate account that you can see growing in real time in your back office. And at the end of the year, you can cash that out. How exciting is that? There was a gentleman here recently who showed his back office, his account for his money box, and he already had $12,000 in it. And the year is nowhere near over. That was like 2 months ago. So just imagine what he's going to have later on by the end of the year. And again, that's not saying you're going to have that. It all depends on what you do with your business. Then we also have our generation matching bonus. I love matching bonuses. I love matching checks. It's one of my favorite because of the amount of leverage it creates. Now here, with this, you'll get a percentage of your team volume commission bonus of each member of your 7 generations downline. Notice I didn't say of each sponsor, each member for 7 generations. Now, 7 generations is massive, you guys. You're talking about thousands and thousands of people potentially that you're getting matching checks on every single month. Okay, so it depends on your rank. So you can see our different positions in the slide there. Now, if you're, let's say, the diamond rank, and you personally sponsored me, and I make $1,000 this week in my team volume commission, guess what? You just earned an extra $100 in your pocket, whether you got out of bed and worked or not. Everyone I personally sponsor, you make 5% on whatever they made this week in their team volume commission. All the way to 7 levels deep, depending on your rank. Now, John Paul Getty, who was the first billionaire in America, said, I'd rather make 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. He understood the power of leverage. Okay, that's why he became a billionaire. So let me ask you a question. Working the job you work right now, okay, if you didn't go to your job for a week because you were sick or whatever, is your boss still going to send you a check of a percentage of what everyone else in the office made? Absolutely not. Mainly, only in this industry can you find this massive amount of leverage, which is powerful for those of you who go to work. And then we also have car bonuses. Everyone loves car bonuses. The difference is here, we actually let you get the car that you want to have, okay? So a lot of companies out there force you to get a car that they want you to have. Here, we say it's your dream, it's your life. Get the car you want to have. We just want to help you out here and appreciate all the work that you've put in to building your business. So the first car bonus is when you become a team developer, reach and maintain the diamond rank, which is 10,000 volume left, 10,000 in volume right, 4 consecutive times for 4 weeks in a row. You're going to have the requirements to receive the car bonus of $1,000 per month. Now, $1,000 per month is a really nice car. You can also pay the insurance on a lot of cars for $1,000 a month. But for those of you who want a supercar, right? For all you red personalities out there, we also have the supercar bonus. Become President Diamond for 4 consecutive weeks, I should say. You're going to get access to the World Supercar Club, where you're going to give you $4,000 a month for your car. Okay, we're not going to send it to the dealership or something. We're going to send you the money. Let you go pay for your car if that's what you want to do with the money. So you can get a Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati, Bentley for $4,000 a month. You can pretty much get any car that you want to get. You can get the Batmobile, the Flintstone-mobile, whatever you want. Why do we do this? We do this because we want to show you people that when you became a part of World Global Network, your life changed for the better. Your life was elevated to new levels, okay? And it's our way of showing that we appreciate everything that you've done. Now, we also have our lifestyle bonuses, which is powerful. When you become President Millionaire, the company's going to take you on all these amazing, what they call Diamond Life tours, all around the world. They're going to fly you to some of the most exotic and luxurious places around the world. They're going to pay for all your accommodations, all your food and beverages and your flight, etc., and enjoy some of our big events all around the world. And in addition to that, okay, in addition to going places you've only dreamed of, they're also going to give you access to certain things in our Masterpiece Millionaire collection. And what this basically is kind of like your wish list. Right? You can write down something that you've always wanted in the company, and in reason, and the company's going to do it for you. We've had some people get a yacht. We had another person get a chateau, a custom-made car, Ferraris. We've had people get custom-made jewelry, etc. So what's powerful about this to me is that 95% of the entire workforce, the majority of the workforce working in jobs feel that they are underappreciated, undervalued, and underpaid. Right? The majority of people in their jobs. Here, the company is absolutely going to show you that they appreciate everything that you've done. They're going to take care of the people that take care of the company. Okay, so that's something that's very, very special. We also have our Millionaire Pool Bonus. 1% pool of the total monthly sales of the company will be shared amongst all President Millionaires. Now, you might be thinking, Bishop, 1%, that's not a lot. Well, it depends. 1% of what? Remember, we did upwards of $200 million in revenue last year. What's 1% of that? Powerful. That's $2 million, my friend. Imagine getting a piece of $2 million every single month. Would that make a difference in your life? Absolutely. Now, here's the question I always ask people. If we did upwards of $200 million last year alone, our third year, prior to the Space Lumina glasses coming out, because those just launched in April 28th of 2015 this year, and prior to North America launching, what do you think we're going to do this year? Do you think we're going to stay at 200 million? Absolutely not, you guys. It's about to go through the roof. So only World Global gives you all of this for such a low price. Now, I've said this story many times because it's absolutely an eye-opener when you think about it. I've had friends of mine that have bought franchises upwards of $750,000 to $1 million. And guess what? They don't expect to make a profit for 7 to 10 years. 7 to 10 years. Now they're in debt $1 million. They don't expect to make a profit for 7 to 10 years. Do you think that's a good business model? Here, you can get started with the minimal fee that I'm going to show you here in just a moment. I'm going to show you our packages, and you can literally start earning an income as quickly as today. We've had team members of ours generate income within the first 30 minutes of them joining our organization. So let's talk about our packages here. Now, for the space system, we have two different packages. We have our personal edition, which is our free edition. It's going to show you some of the features and functionalities. And then we have our business edition for people that want to be customers of our organization. You just want to be a customer of the space system, which is going to give you the wireless and the travel, the VoIP, the space postcard, which is the video emailing, the cloud, the space meet, the webinar platform, and the space media. So if you want to be just a customer of it, you don't want to join the business and build out the business, it's $99 one time. And I told you earlier that every single package, product, or service that is bought or sold generates volume for your organization. And so this business edition creates 100 customer volume, and you get a fast retail of that of $15. So once someone purchases that, then we all pick one of the monthly packages. We have 4 different monthly personal plan packages and 4 different business packages that I'll go over right now. Now, with our personal packages, it involves the wireless, the VoIP, the cloud, and the space postcard. And you can see here that the zone and the international do not include the wireless service. So you're not making wireless calls, you're not calling unlimited to landlines, etc., or texting and anything like that, okay? So the zone is $9.90 a month. Not bad. And it comes with 1 region on the VoIP. Now, you can choose a region that's outside of where you live. It doesn't have to be where you live. So let's say you chose Asia as your region to call using your VoIP. Well, Asia would include all the Asian countries, about 4 or 5 of the Middle Eastern countries, and Australia. Okay, North America would be the Caribbean, U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Okay, so you can, we have European, African regions, etc. Okay, so you can choose your region. It's only $9.90 a month. All these packages here include 100 gigabytes of the cloud storage, so you don't get the whole 1 terabyte, but you get 100 gigabytes, and that comes with a 10 ICV. The international is $29.90. You get all regions of the VoIP, so that's up to 100 plus countries that you can call. The wireless zone and the wireless international include the wireless service, so you're actually using the phone. So you're going to get unlimited voice and text, and you're going to get up to 3 gigabytes of data for your phone, okay, for your phone package. Now, you'll notice that each one of these has an infinity commissionable volume, an ICV. We get paid 20% of the ICV every single month. 20% residually, okay, every single month. Now, with our business plans, this is normally what I see people get is our business plans. Why? Because the amount of value that is packed into these business plans. Number one, you're going to see the difference here is that each one of these plans come with our Space Meet, which is the webinar platform where you can bring on up to 1,500 people on our Space Meet. Now remember, I showed you earlier that most platforms out there are around $400 if you wanted to bring on like 1,000 people. Here, we're going to include that into these packages. Also, you're going to notice the cloud went from 100 gigabytes to 1 terabyte, which would take you forever to fill up, right? Very, very powerful. And you're going to notice that the wireless service on these business packages went from 3 gigabytes to 5 gigabytes. And if you want additional gigabytes. If you want additional gigabytes, all you have to do is log into your back office, click top up, and it's going to add on more gigabytes. But I have never seen anyone on our team need more than 5 gigabytes. So the zone is $29.90. The international is $49.90. Neither one of these packages, just like the other ones, come with the wireless service. Okay, I personally have the wireless international, which is $89.90 a month. But look at how much value is packaged in there. Okay, I got it because I want to call all over the world. But look at this, $89.90 a month. With my other phone service that I had prior to this company, I was paying more than $89.90 a month, which a lot of you are probably doing. And you don't get to call around the world. You don't get all these other services. You don't get a webinar platform. You don't get a video emailing platform. You don't get cloud service of 1 terabyte. You don't get a VoIP platform. All you can do is make calls in your area. And most of you are paying upwards of $69 to $89 a month. Okay? Very, very powerful. Now, to maintain your commissions, every single month, you have to either personally have up to 50 Infinity commissionable volume, which is the international package, $49.90 a month, or you have got to have sold that amount in your commissions, right? You have to have sold up to 50 ICV to one of your customers, okay? Now, remember, we get paid 20% of the Infinity commissionable volume. So on the wireless international package, it's 75 ICV every single month that someone renews that. 20% of that is $15 a month residually that you're making on that package, 20%. Plus, the very first time you get all the fast retails. So that's $8 fast retail. So the first time you're actually making $23. Very, very powerful packages. So anywhere from $9.90 to a maximum of $89.90 a month. Now, I have paid upwards of $200, $300, $400 a month to maintain my business with some organizations. And we didn't have options like we have here. Now, we also are going to talk about the wireless service that I mentioned earlier. I mean, our smartphone that I talked about earlier. So with our smartphone, the reason that this is so hot right now is because, number one, with our smartphone, it's a dual SIM phone. Now, in other countries like the Philippines, etc., that's very common. Here in North America, dual SIM phones are practically unheard of. What does that mean? That means you can have multiple phone numbers in your phone. You can have multiple SIM cards in your phone, right? So you can have a number that's for your business, another number for your friends, etc. Very, very powerful component, and people are going crazy over this. Now, we also have, with this our cell phone, you'll notice that the camera, the front camera of this is 13 megapixels, the back camera is 5 megapixels, which is higher quality than some of the $800 phones that are out currently on the market that are very big name brands. So very, very powerful technology. We also have the same octa-core CPU unit in it as the Space system, or the Space Lumina glasses, I should say. And also, it's about the same size as like your Samsung Galaxy or your iPhone, except it's ultra slim. It's a lot thinner, but the display screen is about the same size, okay? Now, also, it's going to have an Android KitKat 4.4 with it, a lot of memory, but you're going to be able to get the phone and the SIM card, okay? Now, retail is $390. For anyone that's a member of the company, wholesale is $360. So you're going to have a little bit of savings there. You can see the commissionable volume on this is $100, and the fast retail is $30. And these have been selling like crazy, you guys, ever since these have come out. Now, to become a part of our organization, to be a member, to build this out as a business, you have to pick one of our packages. Here in the U.S., we have 2 packages right now. Internationally, there's additional packages. So here in the U.S., we have our partner pack, which is $300 US. You can see the volume that it brings there, and you're going to get a fast retail of $30 instantly. When you add on the consultant starter kit, it's about $349 US. Now, in this package, you're going to have the entire Space system, which is the webinar platform, video emailing, VoIP, etc. Right? Now, you're also going to get the SIM card. And you're going to get 1 month of service included, business service included. That's the $69 package. You get 1 month of that included for free. So how many companies out there let you test the product, test drive the product, before you really start paying for it every single month? I don't know too many, but here we're going to let you do that, okay? Now, I have never seen anyone take this package. Even though it's an amazing package, I personally haven't had anyone take this package. And here's why. Because the majority of people love this master pack. Let's look at this. The master pack is valued at $820 US. The customer volume on this is 200. You're going to get a fast retail of $60 that you make instantly every time one of these is sold, that you sell personally. And let's look at what's inside of this. You're going to get the entire Space system, the 1500 webinar seat. You're going to get the video emailing, the VoIP, the Space Cloud, etc. Now, you're also going to get the phone, you're going to get the smartphone, you're going to get the SIM card, and you're going to get 3 months of business service included. That's the $69 package. So that's like $210 off that you're saving by getting this package. 3 months. So you actually don't have to pay your monthly until the 4th month. How powerful is this, you guys? Now, the reason people love this is because most people are used to paying $800 alone just for their phone. So when they see all of this, all the value and services that come with this, they're blown away. It's a no-brainer. Now, right now, we have a go-and-go promotion where you can actually get this master pack for only $600. So you're saving $220, you guys. Why not get that savings yourself, position yourself today, and bring that savings to all your acquaintances and your contacts. But here's one thing I gotta recommend you do, because I don't know when you're seeing this video. Check with the person who invited you to this video to make sure that this promotion is still going on, because it is for a limited time, okay? So again, you can get the whole master pack for only $600. No brainer, right? So we have multiple meetings that are happening around the world. We have a meeting coming up in Istanbul, and to qualify, all you need to do is be at the diamond rank, reach the diamond rank in 1 week, and you can qualify to go to Istanbul. Let's talk a little bit about these Space Lumina glasses, because I'm sure you're wondering, okay, wait a minute, Bishop, you showed us this amazing technology, category creator product. You know, how do I get my hands on these? What is the price of the Space Lumina glasses? Well, first, the reason that you've heard me go back and forth between Space Lumina and Space Computers, because it used to previously be known as the Space Computer, because it was actually two devices. One, we had the little CPU unit, which was tiny enough to go into your pocket, ladies into your purses, but they've now built the CPU unit inside of the glasses. So now your complete computer system is just a pair of glasses, and this is now what we call the Space Lumina. Now, these went on sale internationally April 28th of this year, 2015. So all around the world, except for the US, currently you can purchase these glasses. Okay, so internationally they went on sale April 28th. One pair of these glasses is $1,990, which blew me away, because I honestly thought one pair was going to be about $4,000 when I first saw this product. So for $1,990, someone can purchase the glasses right now, and you can see that the customer volume for this is 800 in customer volume, going down your binary, helping you cycle and earn those weekly commissions. That's equivalent to 4 masters joining your organization. So think about all the amount of volume that you're going to get there. Now, for people who want a family pack, people love family packs because it saves them money usually. We have the Lumina Family Pack, where you can actually get 3 pairs of the Space Lumina glasses for only $4,970, and you're going to have a savings of about $1,000. So really, technically, one pair of these glasses in the Lumina Family Pack is only $900 that you're spending for one of those pairs. And look at the volume that comes here in your binary, 2,000 in volume. Now, I've already sold multiple of the family packs and the singles, and I can tell you the commissions on this are out of this world. So 2,000 in commissionable volume going into your binary every week, whether you sold it to them or someone on your team did, is equivalent to 10 masters joining your organization, okay? And again, every time the volume matches on the left and the right, you earn those commissions every single week in your organization. So imagine all of these being sold around the world. So what a lot of people have done is they've identified 2 other individuals that want a pair of these glasses and charged them for it, got the funds for it, you know, so they got $2,000 each person, and then they bought the Space Lumina Family Pack, because now they've only spent about $900 something for their 1 pair of glasses and just got the money from the other 2 individuals, which is absolutely fine. Now, the owner of the company, Mr. Fabio Galdi, recently announced something that is absolutely mind-blowing. He is taking 5% of the entire sales of the Space Lumina glasses over the next 12 months, for a 12-month period. He's creating a pool, a 5% pool that's going to be shared amongst the first 2,000 people that purchase a pair of the Space Lumina glasses. Okay, so they did this internationally. Those are already gone. Here in the U.S., we're going to have the same 2,000 people. So you want to be one of the first 2,000 to get your hands on this Space Lumina glasses. Now, if you buy 1 pair of the Space Lumina glasses, you're going to get 1 share of that 5% pool. If you buy the Space Lumina Family Pack, you're going to get 4 shares of that 5% pool. So just imagine the amount of extra income you're going to be able to generate from getting a piece of all the sales of the Space Lumina glasses over the next 12 months. Absolutely huge and a game changer in the industry. Now, we also have the Executive Pack, which is just like the Master Pack, where you get the entire space system, but instead of getting the phone, you swap it out for a pair of the Space Lumina glasses. So this is $2,190 US, and you can see all the commissionable volume that you get there that's going into your binary. The fast retail on this is $200, but you're also still going to get the 3 months free of business service. So that's $69.90 a month. You get that included for 3 months in this package. And then, of course, we have the Lumina Executive Family Pack. And this is just like the Master Pack. You get the whole entire space system, the webinar platform, etc. But you're going to get 3 pair of the Space Lumina glasses. And you're still saving $1,000 on this package. You're still going to get the 3 months of business service included. And look at all the volume that's going into your binary, about 2,150 in volume flying down your binary. So just imagine if you sold or had someone on your team sell a pair of these every single week, how much in commissions you'd be earning. And the fast retail on this is $500 that you make instantly every single time you sell this package. Absolutely powerful. And again, I've sold multiple of these because people are excited about this product and about what this company is doing and actually offering right now in the marketplace. So right now we have another promotion going on. If you become a master with our organization, you're actually going to get a discount on the Space Lumina glasses of $250 off. So instead of paying $19.90, you're paying something like $17.40. Now, if you became an executive, you're actually going to get a whopping $500 off of the price of the Space Lumina glasses. $500 off. Absolutely amazing. And again, this is for a limited time, so make sure you check with the person who sent you this video. And actually, they might actually already be on sale in the US by the time you watch this video. So, I mentioned earlier that there was 5 components that you should look at and think about when joining a home-based business opportunity. 1 was the product. 2 is the company behind the product and service. 3 is the leader behind that organization. 4 is the comp plan. And number 5 is the team. Whose team are you going to be on? In the home-based business industry, this is so important. Because I've seen people join organizations, and you might have been someone in this situation, just to be left alone. You have no support. You don't know how to build this like a business now, right? You went to a meeting, you saw everyone there talking about their commissions and all these amazing things. You sign up, and now you're stuck. Here, what we've created, myself and my business partner Al Powell and his amazing wife Ronnie and my wife Ruth Ann, we've created Global Wealth Builders. And we are absolutely on the move to be the dominant team in the affiliate industry. We want to dominate the affiliate industry, and we will. And so with our team, we have multiple 6- and 7-figure earners on our team that are going to help you every step of the way build your business to the level that you want to build it to. You're going to have all the support in the world. We're going to teach you how to build it offline. We're going to teach you how to build it online. We're going to teach you all the tricks of the trade to get out there and build a huge business and become a leader in the industry yourself. Okay, so that's what it's all about, is that duplication. We have trainings every single week that we do for our team online. We have webinars that we're doing every single day explaining this business. And we also now are doing duplication processes to help your team grow and duplicate as quickly as possible. So again, we're going to show you everything that you need help with. Now, we have already grown all over the world, and that's why we call ourselves Global Wealth Builders. Because we've already exploded in New Zealand, in Cyprus, and France, and Peru, and South Africa, Dubai, India, you name it. The Philippines is taking off with a storm. So it doesn't matter where you're located or where your contacts are located. We can put in systems in place for you to be successful. And we will do everything in our power. I don't care if you got to call us at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be there to help you build your business globally, around the world, and in your backyard as well. Okay, so in advance, this is what I want you to do. Get with the person that invited you to this video. Get your questions answered. You're not going to understand everything today. It's impossible, my friend. But like Sir Richard Branson says, if someone shows you an amazing opportunity that you don't completely understand, take the opportunity and learn and earn as you go. Or like I like to say, jump and grow your wings on the way down. You see, fighting for your dream is the one fight you will never, ever regret. Okay? So if you're working in a job you don't like, you're tired of the 9 to 5, do something about it. Change your life. There are hundreds of thousands of people around the world that are changing their lives every single day in the home-based business industry, and they're not looking back to the corporate world. And so you can do the absolute same thing here with our company, World Global Network, and especially with this team, Global Wealth Builders. Okay, we have tons of other bonuses that we're going to offer you once you come on board with our organization. But here's what I want you to answer. You're either a 1, 2, or 3. Number 1, you look at this and you say, Bishop, I am in. This is absolutely amazing. I was sold just watching that video. And it's funny because I've had people already tell me that they're in. After watching that Space Lumina video for only 30 seconds, they said that they were in and ready to get signed up. Okay, so if that's you, you recognize this opportunity for what it is, I look forward to working with you. Or you're number 2, where you like this, you're very interested, this looks appealing to you, but you have questions. Get with the person who invited you out to this video, get your questions answered, and if they don't know how to answer it, they'll get someone on with you that can help answer your questions to your satisfaction. Okay, and then position yourself as quickly as possible, and I'm going to explain why here in just a moment. Number 3, this isn't for you. You look at this and you're like, you know what, this is great, it's just not my cup of tea, and that's fine. I appreciate you being on this video and taking the time with me here today. But if you're 1 or number 2, okay, so if you're either 1 or 2, this is what I want you to do. Position yourself as quickly as possible, because the way our compensation plan works and the way that the business model is set up, people are joining our business every single day and joining our team every single day. And you never know who's going to fall into your organization that you're going to benefit from now until infinity. I have people on our team that have joined as soon as I showed it to them, and they now have people from all over the world that they never met that are out there building the business, and they're benefiting from it just because they got positioned right away as soon as they saw this. Successful people make quick decisions and change their minds slowly. So again, I look forward to working with you, being with you on the beaches of the world. It's time for you to get your life back and fight for your dreams. You're worth it. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. This has been Bishop Stewart with the Global Wealth Builders. See you soon.
We are here. We are here. We are global. We are global. We are dominating the affiliate industry.